Okay, and welcome back to the Digger Dome as we're getting the introduction of the wrestlers tonight. So we kind of went through them already, but if you haven't, we can go through them again. Conrad Cole goes at 106 against Justin Lutz.
113 pounds, Mackie Sandoval, a freshman from Brush, against Mark Maestas from Highland.
Alec Peterson will pick up a forfeit win at 120, the 120-pound freshman.
And also senior Elijah Mora from Brush will pick up a forfeit at 126 pounds.
And at 132, Bo Rocha, sophomore for the Beat Diggers, ranked number 8 at 120, will take on Nathan White.
At 138 pounds, Kalen Brandt of Brush will go against second-ranked Chris Trujillo from Highland.
And then at 145, it'll be Jake Morrow, senior for the Beat Diggers, going against James Price.
152 pounds. You had to give this one to me, didn't you, Rob? Eligio Cookie Barraza of Brush against Dakota DeFrancesco from Highland.
And at 160, it'll be Justin Bass taking on Chris Villalobos.
170 pounds, a junior from Brush, Tyler Stratman against Chris Nelson from Highland.
And at 182, Brush's Ezra Gutierrez, another freshman, will take on Jared Larson from Highland.
At 195 pounds, Joe Carwin, a freshman from Brush, against Theodore Zimmer from Highland.
And at 220, it'll be Jose Rodriguez, another freshman, taking on number 5 ranked Keaton Shamashima from Eaton.
And finally, at 285 pounds, Jordan Krieger, a freshman from Brush, against Tony Dyer from Highland.
Okay, with that, let's take another 30 seconds. We'll be back with wrestling on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Brush. We got a referee now, and looks like Gerard Flores across the way as he shakes hands with the coaches. And we'll get the flip of the coins, so we'll be underway here in just a few moments. As captains are summoned to the center, will be Justin Bass and Elijah Moore for the Beat Diggers. Oh, there's a whole herd of them from Highland. Highland Huskies in the green colors. They got green singlets on tonight. The Beat Diggers, not quite sure which singlet they're wearing yet. They're all in their warm-ups.
Looks like they're maroon singlets.
Yeah, look like the maroon with the brush and gold across the back. Joe Carwin's over warming up, so I got a feeling we'll start with the big guys.
Earlier, I was told we're going to start at 182 pounds, so that'd be Ezra Gutierrez.
Okay. Now you tell me.
And maybe I'm wrong, but
okay.
That's what's on the scoreboard now, so should be getting underway any time now.
Any moment. Don't forget High Plains Bank. No matter what your loan needs are, stop by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about their checking, savings accounts, as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. And Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. At 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days. And Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Okay, we're underway, Jason.
And at 182 pounds, Ezra Gutierrez of Brush against Jared Larson of Highland. Ezra not very tall, and Larson's about 6'3", 6'4" out there. Shoots in on a double leg, and Ezra counters it, hits him with a crossface, and they'll squirt out of bounds.
Nice counter. Ezra's given up about 10 inches there.
He's given up a lot of height. And Jared Larson hit that double leg in a hurry. Now he's in on a single leg as Ezra hits a crossface, trying to throw him, and Ezra goes right to his back. Gets points, but now Ezra turns around and gets a reversal. Looks like it's going to be 4-2, I believe, what it should be. Scoreboard says 3-3, but I don't see that. I see Ezra just underhooked Larson and threw him to his back, picking up back points.
Ezra going for the pin. Oh, can't hold him there. And they'll be out of bounds.
The scoreboard's going to show 9-5, and I know that's wrong.
No, it's 6-5. None of it can be right, I don't think. We got 8-5. The scoreboard says, come tell me what the score is. Because it should have been probably 2 for the takedown for Larson and then maybe 2 near falls. And a 2-point reversal for
I believe
Gutierrez.
Ezra should be ahead 5-4.
That sounds right to me.
According to my figures, but they have 10-5 on the scoreboard. Still trying to sort it out.
They were rocking and flopping there.
Still a minute left in this first period.
I did good by bringing a pencil, but my eraser doesn't work.
Or did they run? Did they go out of bounds, or did they run out of time?
I don't know. We got 1 minute exactly on the clock. Oh, they must. Now we got 4-0. I don't know what's going on there.
Ezra is on top of Larson. Tried to put a half in. Larson stands up. Ezra trying to pull him back down to the mat. Pulls him almost to his back. Now Larson up over the top. Ezra trying to pull him underneath. And he does pull him underneath, and they go out of bounds. Ezra still in the top position.
Somehow he got kind of a Peterson roll there and maintained control.
Quite a bit of rolling around for 182-pounders. Usually don't see that much at these heavier weights.
No, I think this score is 4-5. Still a little 2-on-1. Oh, come on now.
I think it was locked hands, not 2-on-1.
Oh, okay. Well, that looked like 2-on-1 to me. The referee's going to say locked hands to tie it up. That'll give a penalty point to Larson. It'll be 5-5.
Ezra still in top position. 37 seconds left in this first period. Ezra hangs on. And a reverse cradle hit by Larson gets the reversal. So 2 more points. Should be 5-7. Ezra gets thrown to his back as he tried to underhook Larson. Going to lose 2 back points there. Now a 9-5 match in favor of Highland's Jared Larson.
Larson putting a mean elbow in the back of the neck of Ezra. Ezra trying a little rookie roll, and he gets caught on his back.
Ezra grabbed that elbow, but there's just too much leverage in that 6-foot-something frame of Jared Larson there.
Yeah, he's way taller than the referee and Ezra. Ezra's choice. He defers. And I don't know, we got all kinds of scores up there on the scoreboard.
Jared Larson going to take the bottom position to start this second period. Ezra loads up from the left side. He takes his time getting ready. Looks like Larson hits a switch. Going to get a reversal, and looks like he's going to pick up 2 more back points. Going to be 13-5, I believe, as Ezra hits a roll, but Larson catches him on the way by. Has the body scissor and a headlock in there, and he sticks Ezra with a minute 33 left in that second period.
Okay, Highland gets first team points. We'll get that scoreboard figured out as we'll give the pin at 2:27 of the match, going Highland's way. Don't forget State Farm agent Greg Mullen. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Joe Carwin checking in.
Move on to 195 pounds. Joe Carwin, a freshman of Brush, going against Theodore Zimmer from Highland.
All right. Carwin, the promising freshman for the Beat Diggers, he'll shake hands with Zimmer. And we're underway with our second match at 195 pounds. Carwin right in on a double leg, lifts him up, dumps him down, and gets a 2-point takedown. So we're here right in front of the Beat Digger cheerleaders. We're right at Matt's side. There's Carwin lifting and driving for a cross-face cradle. And Theodore Zimmer fights that off. He's trying to build a base. Carlin, one-on-one. Trying to suck. He's a little shorter, too, on this one. As Zimmer builds a base, Carlin with a tight waist, working that near arm. Can't quite control it now. A little stack move, and Zimmer's unpinned as he just stacked him up and stuck him. Zimmer looked like he's trying to tuck his head and do a little Grammy roll, and he just got pancaked for a 45-second pin. The Diggers tie it up 6-6. How about that, Jason?
That was a nice little stack by Carlin.
Okay, we'll give you Jose Rodriguez and Keaton Shashima.
Jose Rodriguez, a freshman, going against Keaton Samashima, who's ranked 5th at heavyweight, moves down to 220 pounds tonight.
Okay. Oh, Jose got a little hurry there.
Shot just a little bit before the whistle. Jose ready now. They're back underway. Shoots in on a single leg. Trying to pick it up. Samashima just pushes him down to the mat. Jose still has a hold of that single leg. Now he's going to let go of it, and Samashima is going to go around for the 2-point takedown. Samashima with the legs in on Jose, riding that double grapevine. Stretches Jose out, has a elbow in the back of the neck, getting a little high there. Jose bucks him over the top. Jose has a hold of that ankle, trying to come around the back to pick up a reversal. They're right on the edge of the mat right now. Jose still trying to turn that corner. Samashima comes around, gets behind him, still on the edge of the mat. Jose stands up, turns around, gets the stand up and the escape for 1 point. Gonna be 2-1, I believe. Scoreboard's still messed up. Oh. Samashima takes Jose Rodriguez back down, gets a, what do you call that, Rob?
Well, it kind of
little spladle.
Loose headlock. Now he finally gets in control. He never did really have control. But Samashima kind of looked like a Peterson roll in a way, but from a standing position.
Samashima just pulls Jose back down to the mat, right to his back, picking up back points. Jose needs to hold on for another 5 seconds here to go to the second period. Still fighting, and we're going to go to the second period. Not quite sure what the score is. I believe 7-1, but we'll find out here in a minute.
Should be with it. We had one escape for Jose, and after the initial takedown, and then another takedown and a 3-point near fall for Samashima. Got a little.
The score is 7-1.
Little cotton in the nose for the freshman from Brush, Jose. And now they got to clean up Samashima, so don't forget to stop by Platte Valley Hearing Center, 417 Main in Fort Morgan. They get your hearing to do its very best. Cleta probably thinks I need to do that.
I know I do.
Too many years on them tractors, eh? Okay, we're ready for the second period.
Second period, Jose in the bottom position. Samashima going to get on top from the left side. Jose tries to stand up on the whistle, gets pulled back down. Samashima looks like he's got quite a bit of weight on Jose.
Yeah.
Samashima just tries a cheap tilt from the standing position, gets Jose to go down, but Jose rolls through it.
Yeah, Jose looks like he's given up a lot of weight. But
a lot of weight and probably a couple years experience too.
Samashima
hits a standing cradle, pulls Jose down right to his back. Keaton Samashima picking up back points here. Jose fighting it.
freshman mistakes, standing up with your knee near your ear, and the more experienced wrestler took advantage of it.
Jose breaks that cradle, and it's going to be 10-1 now in favor of Samashima from Highland. Jose trying to base up, trying to hit that cradle again. Samashima getting a little high out there on the head.
Well, he's trying that. He's got a far half and over the top, like a double armbar, one with the legs and one with now a double armbar. Excuse me, for the pin.
Gonna get the
Jason.
pin in 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
How about that? Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Another freshman for the Beat Diggers at 285. Jordan Krieger going against Tony Dyer. And Dyer a little bigger than Krieger, but he's not outweighed by 80 pounds, it doesn't look tonight. As they work right under the mat light. Got the yellow mat with the cardinal trim as Dyer gets in and trying to bull Keaton. Keaton gets him a half Nelson out to the side, driving it. He's got the takedown, trying to post that far elbow and drive his half Nelson and get chest to chest. Dyer tries to roll through it. He does. And Keaton gets around behind him, but that should be at least a 4-point move, isn't it? Did he get back points awarded? Give the 2-point near fall to Krieger as he's working from the top after that takedown. He picks and steps and has Dyer on his back, trying to get chest to chest. Dyer rolls away from him. So they get towards the far side of the mat. Now Dyer will get an arm bar in there and pushing on the shoulder, trying to push Dyer older and get more chest to chest. Dyer giving up some back points again in the back count. As Keaton going for the pin. Jordan Krieger going for the pin against Tony Dyer. And you can hear the crowd getting into it here as the freshman going for the pin. As he's got a headlock kind of wrapped up now. Dyer's right shoulder just right in bounds. And he's just out the side. Oh, come on, that's a pin for Jordan Krieger. He puts away Tony Dyer. Big win for the Beat Diggers. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Back at 106 pounds. Cody Cole for the Beat Diggers, a freshman, going against Justin Lutz.
Conrad in on a quick double leg, gets a 2-point takedown in less than 5 seconds. Lets Lutz up for the escape. Conrad Cole gonna work on some takedowns here. They tie up quick. Conrad doesn't want to tie up. He's in on a single, backs out. Lutz with a little underhook in the head there. Conrad dives for a takedown on the edge. Still nothing. And they'll squirt out of bounds. 40 seconds gone in this first period.
Conrad not showing a bit of fear as he just let him ride up and he's back to work on his feet.
Conrad with that little sugar foot in on a double leg again. Quick takedown again. 4-1 in favor of Conrad Cole in less than a minute here. Working on a 2-on-1 underneath. Conrad a little crotch pry maybe there. I don't know what he's working on there. Trying that little
reinforced bar. He's got
tilt,
rooster tail.
Rooster tail tilt there.
No points awarded yet.
Trying to elevate it there with that elbow. Picking up back points now. At a 3 count. Still has that arm underneath. Lets go a bit and picks up the 3-point near fall.
Is that 3 or 2?
2-point, I'm sorry.
Scoreboard has it 2.
Pulls that arm out, lays it on the back of Lutz.
They call that the hammerlock. Oh, he
jumps around the head, picks up that arm bar, puts him right to his back, and pins him with 4 seconds left in the first period. Going to pick up a minute 56 pin.
That's what in Ray, they used to call that the reinforced granny. How about that? Mackie Sandoval's up at 113. Don't forget to stop by Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all your banking and investment needs, from checking, savings. They have the IRAs. Morgan Federal Bank, they're at 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank there's a difference. Remember, FDIC and equal housing lender. Also, Central Auto Parts for all your auto parts and supply needs. Stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Okay, Mackie Sandoval goes at 113. Ear-to-ear tie-up with Mark Maestas. Maestas ranked number 11 in the state by on-demand rankings.
Brush leading the duel at this point, 18-12.
A nice little double-leg tackle in there by Mackie Sandoval. Got Maestas over on a hip, and Maestas has hooked a knee. Sandoval out to the side with a cross-face and knee, picks that ankle, and now he'll get the takedown as he stayed with that takedown. And he gets caught in a little headlock, but Mackie, it's a good job of the 2-on-1 and breaks Sandoval down. So he may have an arm bar there on the left side, right in the center of the 10-foot circle. And Sandoval trying to work for a double arm bar. He's got it locked up, trying to get his legs free and tighten up on this double arm bar. He's got it locked tight, steps out over the head, and he's got Sandoval out in front of him, not holding him there for any back points yet, but Sandoval in deep trouble, and there's some back points coming, 45 seconds and counting, and Mackie Sandoval going against Mark Maestas. I'm sorry, it's Maestas on his back, Sandoval with the double arm bar. He's about to lose the arms, but he's got his thigh under Sandoval's shoulders. He can't do anything more with him. May get a stalemate out of this. Nobody's going to do anything from there. But Mackie holding on to that double arm bar.
Can't get a stalemate as long as
he's in a pinning hold.
He's in a pinning hold.
I've
never seen an arm bar with that leg before. But
yeah, now he's going to change it off and make an arm bar with the leg. And that was a mistake because Maestas comes out on top with his 3-point near fall and a 2-point reversal to Maestas. Maybe Sandoval should have just held on to the way he had it till the end of the period. Sandoval will take the down position.
And that's all about knowing how much time's on the clock and your mat presence.
Yep. Sandoval, another freshman, hits a quick switch, rolls up on top of Maestas, and gets a reversal. Just a quick whistle move. Now he's in conventional riding position with a tight waist. As Maestas trying to peel the wrist, and Sandoval going to lose him to the escape. Give the 2-point reversal to Sandoval and a 1-point escape to Maestas. 7-3 for Mackie Sandoval, and he's in on a double leg on Maestas. Maestas grabs an ankle trying to fight it off. And so Sandoval trying to pop his, he gets fladled out, flat on his back. And Mackie in trouble here. Is Sandoval now going for the pin as he's got the spladle locked up, or banana splits, or whatever you want to call that thing. And Sandoval trying to get his head out of there. And Maestas is going to come out on top. Now Sandoval gets Maestas a little high. He'll give the 2-point takedown to Maestas, 3-point near fall out of that. So kind of a 6 points flurry here in the second period for Maestas. So he's got a grapevine in on Sandoval. Sandoval trying to get out of that mess.
That spladle's the same move that Buddy Watson from Wiggins lost the championship at state last year.
And Highland wrestler using a little experience on the freshman, as Maestas now has the 8-7 lead. And he's setting up a guillotine, and good roll through by Mackie. And now Maestas locks that guillotine up and going for the headlock out of that and the pin. 14 seconds and counting here, second period. There's Mackie Sandoval in trouble here. Maestas trying to get the headlock wrapped up. 5 seconds and counting here in the second period. Maestas going for the pin, and he'll get 3 more near fall points out of that. And That'll make it 11-7 for the Highland wrestler, Mark Miestas. He's ranked number 11 in the state by on the mat. And we'll put Mackie Sandoval in the down position again here in the third period.
Never want to count out these little freshmen from Brush. They've come a long way since the beginning of the year.
I haven't seen one of them take a step backwards yet, hardly. And we're underway third period as Miestas working from the top. Worked that grapevine ride for a lot of points there. He's trying to get it in there now. And he gets a double spike in on Mackie Sandoval. Let's see, they're kind of away from us. There's Mackie trying to build a base there.
Mackie can get him a little higher there and pull that head underneath.
Trying to hip him up. They pull that up over the top, but can't clear that double spike out of there.
If nothing else, if he can just hold on to that arm, he can get a stalemate.
And that's what happens. Still no score in the third period. 11-7 here as we started the third period for Miestas of Highland. And Sandoval stepping in for the injured Tony Lopez. Or excuse me, the sick Tony Lopez. We get another caution that goes against Sandoval. As he's wrapping way around his stomach. Supposed to be on his belly button. Quick stand up by Mackie Sandoval. Miestas hips him down, throws a grapevine in with the left leg. And Mackie Sandoval keep some wrist control there and stand up as Miestas keeps that grapevine in on the left side. Minute gone here, third period. It's always easy for somebody to say stand up when they've got that grapevine in there. Mackie gets up to hip, but soon gets brought back by Miestas. Miestas has got that grapevine in there, keeping it, and throws Sandoval over. Tried to set up a guillotine, but that was potentially dangerous and close to an illegal hold there. So got that shoulder out of shape there. They stop it for potentially dangerous. We'll restart with 33.4. Sandoval still down 11-7. He kicks out of there, but Sandoval gets caught in that grapevine again by Miestas. He's got a one count. Looks like he may have a half Nelson or a headlock off that grapevine ride. 14 seconds now. Some more back points going Miestas' way. As he's got the half Nelson in there now, stretches the arm out of that grapevine. As Sandoval trying to bridge out of there. Gets him a little high. Another 3-point near fall. The score will end up 14-7, but an exciting match for Mackie Sandoval as he loses to Mark Miestas. We'll have a couple forfeits, so let's take a short time out on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. While you're away, Alec Peterson, a freshman for the Beat Diggers at 120, will pick up a forfeit win, as did Elijah Moore at 126. So we're going to bump it up to 132 pounds, Jason, as Bo Rocha, a sophomore, takes on Nathan White from Highland. Team scores 30 for the Beat Diggers, 15 for the Huskies.
So the Beat Diggers leading coming into a 132-pound match. Bo Rocha ranked 8th at 120 pounds, but they bump him up to 132 tonight. We'll see how he does against a little bigger competition. He's in on a single leg now with a little underhook. Highland wrestler backs away. Bo Rocha, they tie up. Highland wrestler in on a single leg. Rocha with an underhook, no points anywhere. Rocha tries to throw him. And Nathan White comes around behind. They both stand up there. Go back to the center of the mat in the neutral position. Good action so far, but no points. A little head tapping out there. Bo ties up with White. Fighting for wrist control in there. A little snap down attempt by Bo Rocha. It doesn't work, so he backs away. They tie up again. Good action out in the middle, but again, no points. Minute 10 seconds gone in this first period. They tie up again. And White from Highland breaks that tie. They tie up again in the center. Little underhook by Rocha, and White just rolls through it. So still no points.
White did a good job of controlling her wrist so Rocha couldn't finish off the move.
15 seconds left in this first period. Still no points. Rocha tries a little single leg feint shot there. That doesn't work. 10 seconds left. They're going to tie up in the center again. I think they're going to be happy with no score in the first period. Bo Rocha's choice. He defers. Gives the choice to the Highland wrestler, and Nathan White will take the down position. Bo Rocha in from the left side. White tries to hit a switch. Rocha blocks it, reaches underneath for wrist control. It's a crossface in there. Looking like he's trying to pick and step wide over. Picking up back points now with that little cheap pick and step that he's got there. He didn't even pick it, he just stepped through. Picks up a 4 count there. I still don't think he has 3. Now he settles in, gonna pick it, and there's the pin.
Nice job by Bo Rocha. Shows that experience for only a sophomore. And we'll give a 243 pin to Bo Rocha. How about that? Kaylin Brandt's going against the #1 wrestler as we go to 138 pounds, but don't forget Premier Farm Credit, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in lending. And a Brush grocery cart. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush grocery cart. So this is Kaylin Brandt's first varsity action. I've seen him at 138, and he gets #2 ranked Chris Trujillo. Trujillo feints a shot. Now we got somebody taller than the Highland Huskies, as Kaylin is long, tall, and thin. Trujillo was shorter and stouter. As he racked up a 5th place win last year at 125 for the Huskies at state. As he worked out of that ear-to-ear tie, a little duck under to a single leg by Trujillo, switches off to a double and dumps Brandt down. Kind of scissors the legs, now he'll come up and get in riding position. Tight waist, chops a near arm. And he's got a reinforced arm bar in there on Brandt. Brandt breaks that free. Trujillo getting a little high out there trying to run an arm bar. He's got it in on the right side, got the far wrist, and he just cranks Brandt right over for a 2 count. Got a half Nelson in there off of that. He's got the arm bar a little high. That's an illegal chicken wing there, and the referee caught that. And give 2 near fall points.
Just
didn't call it illegal. That was called potentially dangerous, but that was an illegal hold. So they'll restart it with 54 seconds. That's to protect that shoulder from getting dislocated. That's a tough move to get out of, isn't it, Jason?
Very tough. That's tight.
They start. There's a 2-on-1 by Trujillo. Trying to set up that reinforced arm bar again. There's Kaylin Brandt trying to fight out of that. And there's a half Nelson off that again. Now Trujillo will run that over again, and Brandt's on his back, and that half Nelson and an arm bar. Gets his knees on the mat and trying to fight this off. His head's tucked underneath. His knees are on the mat, and he's got his back exposed, and we're going to get 3 more near fall points. And
another potentially dangerous.
Yeah, I couldn't see where that chicken wing was that time. We'll restart. 20 seconds on the clock. Brant trying to stand up, but Trujillo right back to that reinforced armbar. Puts Brant on his back again. Get a little out of shape. He's trying to resettle it. As Brant's knees are in, and he's trying to work out of there and bridge out. Trujillo steps over it. Got some back points coming again. It'll only be 2 as we head to the second period. 9-0 for Trujillo. Tell he's a little polished, Jason. Trujillo's choice, he'll defer it.
And Brant fighting hard out there, but he's getting into some precarious situations out there.
He'll take neutral for the second period. And he's way taller than Trujillo. As Trujillo's kind of stalking from the edge. Now they'll tie up ear to ear. And Brant dives into him. Trujillo catches, I think, a front headlock there. Kind of a loose one. He's got the shoulder tied up, and he just throws that front headlock, kind of a reverse headlock, and Brant's in trouble. Trujillo going for the pin. And there it is. And Chris Trujillo pick up the pin win.
2 minutes, 38 seconds.
Yeah. 2:38 pin for Trujillo. The match of the night will be up next. Jake Morrow will take on James Price, at least on paper. Don't forget CNC Auto Parts, 1305 Edison Street in Brush, your local Napa Auto Parts store. And Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan. Have locations in both Brush and Fort Morgan, and Northern Colorado Title. For all your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan.
So number 7 ranked Jake Morrow at 145 pounds going against number 3 ranked James Price at 152 pounds. It is a 145-pound match. So Price cut a little weight to get down to 145 pounds. The Brush Beat Diggers are leading 36-21 coming into this match with only 4 matches left in the night. They tie up on the edge of the mat. Morrow in on a single leg. James Price blocks that little front headlock on Morrow. Morrow backs out of there. Price still has that underhook and arm control underneath. Jake Morrow quite a bit taller. James Price quite a bit shorter and a lot stockier.
He tried a little back trip and caught the headgear. And they'll stop it and fix that.
Minute 9 left in this first period. Still no score. Little head tapping out there in the center of the mat. Wrist control by Price.
Price got about as many muscles as he's got tattoos out there.
Quite a few tattoos are in there.
Yeah. Always amazes me, all those Japanese tattoos, and I wonder how many of them know what they really mean.
Price with tattoos on both arms, both legs, chest. Morrow in with a little single leg pick. Price blocks it. Stand up in the tied up position right on the center of the mat. Price trying to spin around behind Morrow. Morrow grabs that arm. They're right on the edge of the mat. No control yet. Price trying to reach down, picks up a single leg, trying to pick Morrow up as Morrow sprawls. Grabs an ankle. Price trying to spin around behind, and he does for 2 points. Right at the end of the first period, James Price going to take the lead 2-0.
Morrow did a good job fighting it off. Price stayed with it till the end.
Jake Morrow's choice. He defers to Price. Price takes the down position to start the second period. Jake Morrow going to get on from the right side this time. James Price a little quick on the start, going to get caution. They'll start the second period back over again. Jake Morrow back in on the right side. Little stand-up attempt by Price. Morrow drops down to an ankle, dumps Price down to the mat. Still has that ankle, trying to bust Price down.
We scattered the cheerleaders for a second when they headed this way.
Price is based up. Morrow trying to break him down. Jake Morrow going to get a stalling call.
Just a warning. First one doesn't cost you.
Ref just wants them to work a little harder out there. Start a minute 37 left in the second period. Jake Morrow reaches down for an ankle again. Dumps Price down, hits a crossface. Price pulls that arm up over his. Morrow still has the leg for control. Price trying to get on top. Referee signals 2 for a reversal.
He's kind of got that. Morrow had that kind of stubby leg in there, and Price turned that into kind of a reverse leg ride. Now it gets caught in that headlock.
And Morrow broke down flat now. Price trying to get wrist control underneath. Morrow bases back up, tries to stand up. Has Price sitting right on Price. Price on his back, but he's still in control. Both wrestlers fighting for control here. Price trying to get arm control. Morrow working on an ankle underneath, trying to pull it around so he can get a reversal.
Price just sitting there. That's pretty close to stalling, too. He hasn't really done anything.
Price back in control with an inside leg. And they're going to squirt out of bounds.
We'll get that reverse backwards grapevine in there and then goes to the headlock and roll him out of bounds.
Morrow still in the bottom position. Down in this match, 4-0. Price grabs a arm right on the whistle. Morrow trying to get that arm out. Price a little leg right in there. We'll run out of time in the second period. Morrow going to be down 4-0 going to the third. Morrow needs to get out of here and get some back points. Price going to be cautioned again. A little false start. That's a second one. How many did they get? 3?
Yeah.
Before, or 2 before third one points are awarded. Morrow bellied down. Price puts a little grapevine leg right in. Trying to work a crossface on that. Morrow trying to hip him over. Price working on a crossface. Morrow just can't get to his base there. Now he comes up. Can't see if Price has that other leg. No, just had the one leg in.
Just going to call it stalemate, I guess. Restart with 1:22 in the match.
Morrow tries to stand up. Price trying to drag him back down with an arm. Morrow hits a switch on the way down. That doesn't work. Price hits that inside leg again. Morrow grabs up for a head, trying to pull Price over.
Good counter to that grapevine with that headlock thing. The backwards grapevine was almost like a high bridge. Grabbed the head from underneath, but if they were standing on their feet.
And if they hadn't run out of room, Morrow would have had the reversal there, but they did it out of bounds.
Well, there's a chin wrench there by Price.
Price with arm control and a wrist. Ref calls potentially dangerous. That arm wrenched a little too far. Jake's going to go back to the center, still in the down position. 50 seconds left in the third period. James Price gets on from the left side. Morrow stands up, tries a Granby, went right to his back, but he got out of it before any points were awarded. Now Morrow trying to stand up again. Price breaks him down, throws a grapevine in. James Price working on a crossface with that leg. Morrow bases up. Tries to come around and hit a little switch with that leg, but Price catches him on the way by with a crossface. 12 seconds left in the match. Morrow still bellied down, 4-0. He's losing. And we're going to run out of time in this third period. Jake Morrow going to go down to defeat to James Price, 4-0.
Okay, let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome, and we're underway to 152 pounds. Cookie Barzara in on a single leg on Dakota DeFrancisco. They're up on their feet. Francisco trying to get a single leg. Barzara right at the edge, and they'll be out of bounds. So he's trying to counter that with the crossface. There's a shot in by DeFrancisco. Going for the single leg. Now the double, and dumping Cookie back down for two. Cookie bellies down real quick. Highland Husky the first 2 points, and there's a little, he just tranks him over with a half on the wrist for the pin. DeFrancisco, a quick pin as Cookie tried to do a little rookie fat man roll or something, and DeFrancisco just stuck him right there. That'll make the team score 36-24. We've got 2 matches to go. Justin Bass will be up in the next match, but don't forget the most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, give Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre a call at 970-842-5837 or check them out on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. Oh, I counted that wrong, didn't I? Okay, it's 36 for the Beat Diggers, 30 for the Huskies.
We're at 160 pounds. Senior Justin Bass against Chris Villalobos from Highland. And they're hand fighting out there. They tie up. Justin Bass trying to get some control in there.
Dropping down to 160 this week.
What weight is he usually at?
170.
Bass in on a double leg, trying to dump Villalobos down.
Villalobos grabs an ankle and he'll fall out of bounds. Bass was in there deep, just couldn't complete it. Villalobos is pretty well put together. A little shorter, too.
Let's start back in the center. Minute 10 left in this first period. And fighting in there, tied up. Still tied up in the center. No shot yet. Bass in on a single as Villalobos tries to throw Bass by.
Give a caution for stalling on Villalobos.
.53 seconds left in this first period as they start again in the center. Tied up, forehead to forehead, now ear to ear. Villalobos drops down to single, now backs away from him, now with a little front headlock look. Just on the edge of the mat, and they're going to squirt out of bounds again with 35 seconds left in the first period.
Tyler Saney for the head coach. Up there on the edge, coaching Villalobos, getting pretty excited.
Tied up forehead to forehead again. Villalobos with wrist control. Justin Bass in with a little single leg try. He backs away from it. Now stand up. Bass a little arm drag. Villalobos backs away from it. Go back to the center of the mat. 5 seconds left in this first period. And they'll be content going to the second period. No score in this 160-pound match.
Several good scrambles there, though.
Justin Bass's choice. He defers. Chris Villalobos takes the down position to start this second period. They start, and Bass with a little cheap tilt picks up 2 back points. Now he hits a crossface looking for that pick and step, grabs the ankle, now jumps over, tries the cradle, backs away from it, still has the crossface trying to pick up, now reaches under for the barbed wire. Villalobos stands up on him, and Villalobos gonna back away from him for the escape. Justin Bass now leads 2-1. Minute 25 left in this first period. They're back into the neutral position. Tied up forehead to forehead now right on the edge of the mat. Justin Bass in on a single leg right on the edge, and they're going to go out of bounds before any points can be awarded. Minute 14 left in this first period. Villalobos reaches up for the head and the arm. They tie up forehead to forehead again. And Justin Bass backs away. Villalobos in on a deep single leg, picks it up. Bass puts his leg in between Villalobos and reaches in and breaks that arm. And he backs away from it. Still in a neutral position, tied up. Villalobos with a little underhook, trying to reach up for a front headlock. And Justin Bass gets one penalty point. Villalobos grabbed the headgear. Tried to use it to pull Bass down. 35 seconds left in this first period as they start in the neutral position again. Justin Bass now leading 3-1. In on a single leg, trying to pick it up. Villalobos, Bass dumps him out of bounds. 28 seconds, they'll go back to the center in the neutral position. Bass in on another single leg. Big sprawl by Villalobos. The front headlock there. Pulls Bass down to his knees. 10 seconds left in the second period. Villalobos still has that front headlock, trying to load it up. And he just spins behind Bass. He's going to tie this match up going into the third period, 3-3.
Bass about a half second late on that little Granby roll there to try to somersault out of that hold by Villalobos.
Bass going to choose the down position to start the third period. Tied 3-3. Tight match and tight team score. Justin Bass wins this match. The Beat Diggers will win the duel, but if he loses, they have a chance to lose the duel. Bass stands up on the whistle. Villalobos throws a leg in. Villalobos hits a crossface, trying to pull. Villalobos gets another penalty point on him. Grabs Bass's singlet. And the Highland coach wants a conference with the ref. 10 seconds gone in this third period. Justin Bass leading 4-3. Justin Bass ready. Villalobos in from the right side. Bass stands up. Villalobos tries to hit a leg in there. Little Granby roll by Bass. Hits a headlock on the way down. Gets a reversal. Picking up back points now. Bass leading 8-3 now. 9-4 is. He must have picked up three back points there.
Reversal and 3 back points.
Villalobos gets an escape. I didn't think he had him there for 3 back points, but he must have.
Had him there quite a while. With that headlock, he lost the headlock and wiggled around there.
So now they're back in the neutral position where not many points have been scored. Villalobos with an arm and a reverse headlock has Bass flat on his back and picks up the pin.
The reverse salsa hara, and Villalobos comes from behind as Bass just got out of shape a little bit and couldn't fight it off. That'll tie it up 36-36. And we'll have Tyler Stratman going for the dual victory here as he moves up to 170 pounds. That was a big win. The Highland Huskies are really celebrating over there. But don't forget to see Teal Charlie's. Teal Charlie's for great used cars and trucks. If you don't see what you want in the lot, they'll find it for you. Stop by at 700 West Platte in Fort Morgan. And Ingmar Phillips Insurance. Got a little blood out on the mat. And I want to thank Ingmar Phillips. They're locally in Fort Morgan and Brush. Ingmar Phillips Insurance. They offer home, health, auto, farm, business, workman's compensation insurance. And also B&B Appliance. 502 Ensign for all your appliance needs. Got those great Whirlpool products. Stop by and see them at 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan. Remember the Brand Source Retail Program. Okay, our last match of the night. Tyler Stratman, a junior for the Beat Diggers, squares off with Chris Nelson for the Huskies. And Stratman going ear to ear, right in the 10-foot circle. And there's a nice little fireman's carry by Nelson, and he jumps up over the top as Stratman gets taken down. Nelson, little underhook net, trying to cradle. Kind of a standing cradle. Has Stratman over. Stratman's got an arm out. Back point's going Highland's way. He's way bridged up there. No chance of a pin by Nelson here as Stratman's got an arm overhooked. If he can break that hold, he'll have Nelson on his back. And Nelson loses that cradle. And Stratman tripods up, but he'll be down by 5. So that 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall. And now Nelson has Stratman stretched way out, working the one-on-ones. Inside a minute to go here in the first period. Stratman down by 5. Nelson working the half Nelson at far wrist. Stratman trying to tripod up. Nelson throws him down, throws him over, gets chest to chest, trying to go for the pin as he's got the half in there. And got it reinforced underneath. He's trying to get more chest to chest. 30 seconds and counting in the match or period. Stratman trying to get off his back. There's Chris Nelson going for the pin against Tyler Stratman. Stratman bridging, going from side to side as Nelson just wraps him up a little tighter and a little tighter. 12 seconds and counting. Stratman trying to bridge out of there, and there's the pin for the Highland Huskies. They're going to win the duel, 42-36, winning the last 3 matches to come from behind and win the duel. How about that? Let's take a couple minutes timeout. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the home of the Beat Diggers here at the Digger Dome, at the big gym here at Brush High School. Well, we started off at 182 pounds. Beat Diggers Ezra Gutierrez, freshman, going against Jared Larson. Lost that one by a fall at 227.
That match was pretty close. It was 9-5 in the first period. But Ezra ends up giving up the pin at 195 pounds. Joe Carwin, the freshman from Brush, picks up a big 45-second pin over Theodore Zimmer. That tied the score at 6-6 going into the 220-pound match.
And then at 220, Keaton Shasashima drops down from heavyweight to wrestle Brush's Jose Rodriguez, the freshman, and Shasashima with the pin at 325 of the match.
Just out-muscled Jose there. That heavyweight, Jordan Krieger, the freshman, picked up the pin in 1:34 seconds. And that was a big pin for that freshman.
Over
Tony Dyer of Highland.
Then at 106, Conrad Cole picks up a 156 pin over Justin Lutz at the 106-pound weight. Conrad ranked number 4 in the state.
At 113 pounds. Freshman Mackie Sandoval and Mark Maestas, ranked 11th from Highland, went back and forth for quite a while before Maestas ended up winning that match 14-7.
Then Alec Peterson at 120 and Elijah Moore at 126 picked up forfeit wins for the Beat Diggers.
And then at 132 pounds, sophomore Bo Rocha got the pin in 2 minutes and 45 seconds over Nathan White of Highland. At that point, the Brush Beat Diggers were in the lead 36-15 on the team side.
Then at 138, Kaylin Brandt went against number 1 ranked Chris Trujillo, and it was Trujillo with a 238 pin. Number 2 ranked Chris Trujillo. At
145-pound senior Jake Morrow from Brush loses 4-0 as number 3 ranked James Price picks up the win for Highland.
That was 4-0. And at 152, Eligio Cookie Bazara went against Dakota DeFrancisco, and it was DeFrancisco with the pin. Did you get the time on that one?
41 seconds.
So that one didn't last too long.
160-pound senior Justin Bass was tied 3-3 in the second period and ended up giving up the 5-minute 4-second pin to Chris Villalobos of Highland, and that tied the match, the dual score at 36-36 going into the final match.
And Bass was up 9-4 at that time, so a tough loss for Bass. Tyler Stratman at 170, junior for the Beat Diggers, took on Chris Nelson, lost by a fall at 151 of the match. And that ended up the duel with the 42-36 win for the Highland Huskies over the young Brush Beat Diggers. They were coached by Tyler Saney and Troy Linscomb from Moffat County and Burlington teaming up against the Loveland kid.
Yeah.
Troy, Mr. Loosenhop.
Yep. How are you guys?
Good, Coach.
Tough loss.
Tough loss, but it was entertaining wrestling. It just come up on the short end the last few matches.
Definitely. I knew it was going to be a tight duel, but yeah, like you said, it came up a little short there at the end. Kind of lost my voice there during that one, but it was a good duel. It's exciting to watch a good, tough, hard-fought duel. So, a lot of pins though. A lot of pins.
Yeah, a little too many for them, and but your guys got a few in there. Looked like it just got kind of out-aged and a little more experience there.
Definitely. I mean, they're real tough throughout 38s to about 52s. They got some really good kids, some studs, but we got some matches I think we can get back at regionals there, so including 220s and 160s. So I think Jose can get that kid, and then Bass had that kid. Just first time down to weight, looked like he gasped pretty hard there. So
yeah, and he got caught with that reverse headlock.
Yeah, we call that the key lock. We actually went over that in practice, so we were ready for it, but weren't ready enough, I guess.
Okay, I've heard it called a reverse salsa hard.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
But, that reverse headlock thing. But,
definitely, and they hit it a lot. So they're a well-coached team, tough team. They won the conference last year, at least our division of it. So. Tough team, definitely.
And they're wrestling well, strong too.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we're gonna meet them at regionals, though. Hopefully we can get some of those back.
That'll be fun. Well, 106, Conrad Cole just toyed with his opponent, Justin Lutz, and pinned him at 156.
Yeah, Conrad wrestling great. He's been wrestling great since day one. So I'm really excited about him as a freshman. So doing a great job.
In a 113, that's got to be fun in the room for you. You got Mackey and Tony going back and forth.
Yeah.
Mackey was up 7-2 at one point in his match, and then lost it 14-7.
Yeah, I think the turning point in that match was the Saunders cradle, the spladle that he got caught in there in the second period. Other than that, pure domination. First period had him in a double arm bar. Just couldn't get the fall. First period, and then second period after we got hit in that spladle, turned the tides on us, and we lost control of the match there. That kid right there is ranked, I think, 9th in the state.
11th today.
11th? Oh, okay. 11th in the state, but tough kid. I mean, Mackey could get him. Definitely another match I want back.
Okay, then of course Alec and Elijah at 120, 126 got the forfeit wins.
Yeah.
And Bo Rocha gave you another great performance.
Yeah, Bo Rocha comes out on his feet, doesn't take the kid down, but I mean, kid's got a heck of a pick and step, so hits it well. And I've never seen a kid get as many pins as he does on the pick and step. So usually it's a quick near fall, and you usually can't get a pin out of it, but Rocha did a great job.
And the white kid looked like tough, but Rocha put him away.
Definitely. He's one of those long kids, very hard to get to his legs, and had a pretty good fireman's carry, but Rocha did a good job. Good job on his feet. We just couldn't pass his hands, which is the first line of defense, and then on top we just went to work, so good job by Rocha.
And Kalen Brandt gets the number 2 ranked kid in the state here. Is that his first varsity match?
Yeah, well, he's wrestled some varsity before, but losing Christian DeLong this week, we ended up going with Kalen there, and he's usually a 32-pounder, so he bumps up, and what do you know, he gets the number 2 kid right away. So tough draw for Kalen, but he'll do some good things for us. He gives it 100%, so that's what I like to see.
And at 145, Jake Morrow goes against James Price. Price ranked number 3 at 152. He dropped down this week.
Yeah, actually, James Price, after Christmas he went down. 152-pounder Dakota DeFrancesco was their 45-pounder, and then Price beat him out, I guess. So, but 152s, being a 152-pounder, I think it's where speed and quickness meet. I think it's one of the tougher weights, and very solid kid in James Price. I personally think it's the best wrestler on their team, even over Chris Trujillo. But Jake he did a great job. That's another match that I wish I could have back. We got some things to work on with Jake, wrestling that kid, but other than that, we see where Jake's at, and he's right up there with the best in the state. So I'm looking for big things out of him.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun when you meet them the next 2 times.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's going to be a great match.
And then Cookie at 152 kind of got out-horsed against DeFrancisco.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I think DeFrancesco's I think he's a senior against a freshman there, and a lot stronger, a lot quicker. Just Cookie, little more. DeFrancesco has a lot more experience, so that Cookie's got some talent, though. He's a fighter, man. He'll give you 150% every day, so he'll be good. He'll be good someday.
Oh, yeah, like all your freshmen. You just got to love it.
Yep, you got to love it. It's exciting.
And we talked about Justin Bass, and then Tyler Stratman going against Chris Nelson. He loses by a fall at 151. Yeah,
I told Cookie or Eligio Barraza and Stratman, I said whoever loses the wrestle-off is our 70-pounder for the week. So Stratman kind of drew the wrong end there, but for weighing in at 155, I thought he gave a good fight. He's definitely the stronger out of the two, him and Cookie, but Tyler's got a lot of work to do. He's very inexperienced, first year. He'll be good. He'll be good. He's only a junior, so we'll see him back next year.
Okay, and then Ezra Gutierrez started it off. Scored 5 points, but then ended up losing the second period by the fall to Jared Larson.
Yeah, definitely. He came in this year weighing 180, and now all of a sudden he's down to about 170. So I think for the rest of the year we're going to end up having Ezra at 70s and giving up 82s. But he gave up a lot of weight there. The kid was tall, lanky. One thing I like about Ezra, when he gets on his back, that's almost his best position. He's a fighter off his back, and he can very well go from his back to your back.
Yeah, Jared looked huge out there compared to him.
Definitely.
He was on his back and almost pins.
Yeah, right off the back. Ezra, I thought we were going to get 6 there, and then tides turned, but
And Joe Carwin, he's another young freshman that just makes you smile.
Oh, if he keeps the way he's been wrestling these past couple matches, if he keeps that up, I see him at the top, not at the top of the podium, but definitely on the podium at state. Because I mean, he's got a ton of talent. It's just with Joe, it's getting his head in it and getting ready to wrestle. Pretty much the mental side of things. Other than that, the talent's there. He's a tough kid, very tough kid.
And working those upper weights as a freshman is just really tough.
Yeah. Oh, very, very.
It's the same way for Jose Rodriguez. We talked a little bit about him against Shimashima as he loses by a fall, but and Jordan Krieger, he gets a big win at heavyweight.
Huge win, outweighed by 50 pounds. Hits a nice little half. I forgot how he even got into it. I think it was off a takedown, but just went to work on top, ended up getting a 6, and that's something I saw. I mean, I didn't see that coming at all. And he's been having knee problems all week, so I put him on the bike. First day he practiced all week was yesterday, and came out, fired up, started us off for a pin at 285s, then a pin at 6, then Mackey. But it was a great duel. I was excited to be here.
I think the crowd got their money's worth tonight.
Definitely,
It
definitely.
was great, and we got to watch the Pee Wee guys early. I don't know if you were back in the room, but
Yeah.
that was a kick.
Oh, it was. That was actually an idea Shane Cole and I came up with to kind of promote the sport, you know. It definitely brought a lot more people to our duel tonight, packed crowd, and, you know, what the little kids got to love it, you know, wrestling in front of all these people under the spotlight. It was a good time.
Yeah, the Digger kids did well. Coach Urick's son got a victory, and
little
Tommy
Royce.
Odell coached last year for the Beat Diggers in wrestling. His son got a victory.
Yeah.
And they're both not very big.
Definitely no, but they're tough. I mean, the brush wrestling has a good thing going on. Definitely, their Pee Wee program, their Metro club, it's great, and that's why I'm so happy to be here, because of the tradition and everything Brush has always had. So it's nice to see how many kids they got in the room.
It's great to see old wrestlers giving back to the sport. It's too bad some of them are up in Fort Morgan helping out the Rattlers and
I
stuff.
know.
But
Yep.
we'll just give them a hard time there.
Oh yeah. That Rattlers coach, Matt Paget, he actually was my coach my senior year in high school. So
Oh, really?
yeah, over at Loveland. He was there for 1 year, and then he decided high school coaching wasn't for him, so came back to Fort Morgan and helped out. But yeah, he coached me, so I got some ties with Rattlers, and I'm gonna have him help out with some freestyle too, because he's a great freestyle coach. So
Well, that's neat. And then Shane Cole heads up our Metro program and the Pee Wees, and I think he's in the gym every night.
oh yeah, definitely, he does a great job. I mean, he means a lot to the sport. He's one of those guys that gives back, and he's here Monday through Friday every night.
I don't think
Putting
you keep
time
him
in.
out.
No way. He's a great guy to have for the program. I'm glad to have his son as a freshman, so I got him for 4 more years.
And
I think-
Cody's brother's wrestling over for Western.
Yep, definitely 41-pounder at Western, and then I think he has another little one coming up too.
Yeah. And,
Through, is it middle school yet? No, he's not in middle school, but
I'm not sure.
he's in Metro League, but he'll be another tough kid to watch out for. So
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's the Pee Wees really make that keeps you going too.
oh, definitely.
Well, Coach, now what are you going to do this weekend?
We are heading to Smoky Hill bright and early. Weigh-ins 6:30. Tournament starts at 8:30. So if you got some time, make it out there. It's I'd say about an hour and 45 minutes away. So bus leaves at 4. They're gonna be tired, but it's good that we're going to an invite finally. Another. I think it's going to be 16-man brackets, so it should be a pretty tough tournament. And then next week we got Platte Valley back here. So.
That's another great rivalry we've had over the years. So.
Oh yeah, and we've wrestled them once, and we wrestled them with a half a team, and we barely beat them. We beat them on the 7th criteria. We tied them 35-35 and went down to the 7th criteria. So it was a pretty crazy duel over at Fort Morgan duels, but next week it'll be a tough one. They got a full lineup, we got a full lineup, so it'll be another great duel to come watch.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for stopping by. And
hey, thank you.
You get home a little early tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No long bus ride. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming and doing this. This is great.
Okay.
Great for the sport.
Well, that couldn't keep us away either, just here at Matt's side. And, of course, all the great sponsors, our owners, do a great job. And
definitely.
We got Rose listening in back there, and she was getting all excited. I was calling her some Pee-wee matches.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of faded out on her. I think she was going to reach through and get me.
You were calling Pee-wees tonight, huh?
Not on the air. We were in the middle of some other programming. I forgot one of those great talk shows that are on KSIR. But we had to wait till 6:30, and then the little guys left too early. Or we would have had them on.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a good night. Thanks for all the listeners listening in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for
thank
stopping
you very
by.
much.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Coach Lusenhoff, and great to see his wrestlers doing as well as they are. Beat Diggers lose the duel, 36 points for the Diggers, and Highland Huskies win it 42-36. Victories by Conrad Cole, Alec Peterson, Elijah Moore both got forfeits. Bo Rocha and Joe Carwin, Jordan Krieger. So, but the duel ended up pretty close. Jason, thanks for helping out tonight. We'll be back 6:30 next Thursday night here on 1010 KSR, right here at Matt's side.
And Shane Cole wanted me to announce that the Brush Pee Wee Wrestling Club is taking sign-ups next Thursday before the duel from 5:30 to 6:30. So if anybody wants to sign their kids up for Pee Wee Wrestling this year, we'll be signing them up next week or before the duel.
Okay, tell all your friends and neighbors to get the little guys out. We'll have a great time. Lots of Pee-wees rolling around. I don't know if we're going to have any rattlers next week, but that was a lot of fun before the duel started. And don't forget, this is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com here from Brush, Colorado, and Fort Morgan is where our main studios are. Okay, let's don't forget Cargill Meat Solutions, High Plains Bank, Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland, Ackley Building Center, State Farm Agent Greg Mullen, Platte Valley Hearing Center, Morgan Federal Bank, Central Auto Parts, Premier Farm Credit, the Brush Grocery Cart, Equitable Savings and Loan, CNC Auto Parts, Northern Colorado Title, and of course, Design Builders. We'll give them a call at 842-5837 for all your building projects. And Travis Lefevre, Pat Walter will fix you up with all your building needs. I want to thank them for sponsoring our post-game show, post-match show. So for all of us here at Brush, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks, Rose, for working the board. And we'll head out of here. Beat Diggers lose at 42-36 to the Highland Huskies.